Hey, what's up everybody? Karios TCG here, and today we got ourselves a new mat. A good friend of mine gave me this RWBY playmat and a RWBY trial deck to showcase. So we're gonna go into that. So there is a chance that we might get an SP or I highly doubt we're gonna get an SP. So we're gonna just look through the deck and we're just gonna see what we get. So the first card we have is RWBY Teamwork. When this card attacks, you can have 2 or more remnant characters. This card gets 2,000 power until the end of turn. When this card's battle opponent becomes, I don't know what that little sign is. If initiation is in your climax area, look at up to 4 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 remnant character from among them, reveal it to your opponent, put it in your hand, put the remaining cards into your waiting room. Choose 1 of your characters, and that character gets 2,000 power until the end of the turn. And this is Ruby Rose. I wonder. I highly doubt they're gonna give us the Team RWBY with up to the recent season. When they have the new uniforms, and then we have initiation. All of your characters get 1,000 power and 1+1 soul. When this card triggers, you may choose 1 character in your waiting room and return it to the hand. And this is Ruby Rose. So this is the SR. So I don't think we're going to be getting any SPs in this one. But even if we don't, we still, in the future, I'll try to get like one of those booster boxes eventually. And we'll see what works. Fingers crossed. Then we have a RWBY Running. It's really nice. At the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, you may pay the cost. If you do, and this right here, when they say, and I have my finger on it right here, if you do, most TCGs have this, and I really kind of hate it because it's very situational. If you do, move this card to an open position of your backstage. Act 1. Put this card into your waiting room. Look at up to 4 cards in the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 remnant character from among them. Reveal it to your opponent. Put it in your hand and put the rest in your waiting room. Interesting. Then we have 4, it's a trial deck, so you get 4 Yang Freefall. Yang Free Falling. This is from the first season when they were trying to go for the relics. If your stock has 2 or less cards, this card gets 1,500 power. It makes sense because Yang is a bit of a bruiser. And then we have two Piras lending a helping hand. Just waiting for my phone to focus because it has a hard time doing so. Pira lending a helping hand. Continuous. I guess Kant means continuous. All of your other John having his aura unlocked gets 1,000 power. Bond John having his aura unlocked. When this card is played and placed on the stage, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose 1 John having his aura unlocked in your waiting room and return it to your hand. This is actually neat because Pyrrha and John having a bit of a relationship. And it's kind of cute because the series kind of developed on that until Volume 3 where, Pyrrha kind of died. Spoilers for anybody who didn't watch it, and if you didn't, I apologize. Then we have RWBY Huntress Wannabe. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, put the top 2 cards of your deck into your waiting room, and this card gets X power until the end of turn. X is equal to the number of remnant characters among these cards times 1,000. Auto effect. At the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, you may put the top card of your deck into your waiting room. If that card is a remnant character, you may move this card to an open position of your center stage. And there's 2 of those. And then we have the John having his aura unlocked. I forgot how the animations were in Season 1. Well, Volume 1 up until Volume 3. Then, as of the later volumes, they kind of changed it up with like a bit of a nice, good animation. Better. I would say better-ish. Then we have Glinda Goodwitch. Waiting for my... Glinda Goodwitch. So it's Glinda Huntress to the rescue. Auto. When your other remnant character attacks, this card gets X power until end of turn. X is equal to the number of the other remnant characters you have times 500. Auto. Encore. Put 1 character from your hand into your waiting room. When this card is put into your waiting room from the stage, you may pay the cost. If you do, return this card to its previous stage position, I guess as unsuspended, if we're going by like Digimon. So you get 2 of those. Then RWBY Teamwork. Just waiting for the focus. RWBY Teamwork. Auto. When this card attacks, if you have 2 or more other remnant characters, this card gets 2,000 power until end of turn. Auto CX combo. I guess that's... I'm still new to it because I just collect them. I don't really play. I'm guessing that's Climax. When this card battle opponent becomes, stand. If initiation is in your Climax area, so I was right, it's a Climax combo. Look at up to the 4 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 remnant character from among them. Reveal it to your opponent, put it into your hand, put the remaining cards into your waiting room. Choose one of your characters, and that character gets 2,000 power until the end of the turn. So it searches and it boosts. So you get 3 of those. And we have Lie Ren. So Lie Ren. Come on, phone, focus. Thank you. Okay, so Lie Ren, hunted. When you use this card's backup, if you have a remnant character, choose one of your characters in battle, and that character gets 1,000 power until end of turn. Act backup 1,000, level 1. Put this card from your hand into your waiting room. Choose one of your characters that is being frontal attacked, and that character gets 1,000 power until the end of the turn. That's very interesting. Makes sense because Lie Ren's more of a backup character. But in the later series, in the later seasons, they made him more of a prominent character. So we got the other best girl in RWBY. I do like Nora. This is Nora Valkyrie. Woohoo! Nora free falling. I know this is when they were fighting the Nevermore. I know this specific scene. They were fighting the Nevermore. It was really good. The animation in RWBY was a little choppy, but it was really good at the time when it first came out. So when this card attacks, this card gets X power until the end of the turn. X is equal to the number of other remnant cards you have times 1,000. Auto Encore. Put one remnant character from your hand into your waiting room. When this card is put into your waiting room from the stage, you may pay the cost, and if you do, really hating that, I really hate that phrase, if you do, return this card to its previous position as I'm guessing suspended. I'm just gonna assume that it's suspended. I know somebody that's gonna watch the video is gonna be like, oh, that's not what it is. But I'm just going with that for the time being. And we have Pyrrha spectating. I really do kind of miss Pyrrha in RWBY. I really do miss her though, because she's dead. It'd be cool if in the later series she comes back alive. Continuous assist. All of your characters in the front of this card gets X power. X is equal to that character's level times 500. Act 2, I guess, suspend this card. Choose one remnant character in your waiting room and return it to your hand. It's really cool. You get two of those. And then you have Yang enraged. I can't take it anymore. So this is her with her semblance. Not gonna lie, she used this a lot, like as a crutch. And later, for those of you that didn't watch the show, Yang's father literally calls her out on this. Like, you can't be using your semblance every time because it doesn't work. It never does. Yang enraged. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, you may put the top card of your clock into your waiting room. Auto, put one card from your hand into your waiting room. When this card attacks, you may pay the cost. If you do, all of your remnant characters get 500 power and +1 soul until the end of the turn. It kind of sounds like for Vanguard, you get like plus power and like +1 critical. That's kind of what it sounds like to me, but I know it's probably not the same though. Guess that's like a little different. And we get an initiation relic. So this is just Nora staring at the rook, which is kind of it's adorable. She's like, should I pick it up? Should I put it down? Put the top 2 cards of your deck into your waiting room. Choose up to level 1 X or lower remnant character into your waiting room and return it to your hand. X is equal to the total level of the cards put into your waiting room by this effect. Climax are regarded as level 0. So you get 2 of those. So we're just going to move those up top. And then we have the sideways cards. Just waiting for the phone to focus. So we have initiation. Weiss, of course you would come up with this idea. This is when they were fighting the Nevermore, and they were literally scenes later, roughly a couple of scenes later, they actually do get to kill it. Continuous, all of your characters get plus 1,000 soul, 1,000 power, and +1 soul. When this card triggers, you may choose one character in your waiting room and return it to your hand. So I'm guessing it's one of those retreat kind of decks. Then we have Blake, Bookworm, as a blue. Your other remnant character in the middle position of your center stage gets auto encore. Put one character from your hand into your waiting room. Act Brainstorm. Flip over 5 cards from the top of your deck and put them into your waiting room. For each climax revealed among these cards, draw up to 1 card. So that's not bad. It actually allows you to search. It literally allows you to search Just all 3 of those underneath. And here we go. We have the worst character. This is the character that Lily would just lie just to get ahead. Ozpin monitoring. I used to like Ozpin in the early seasons, but now that he's inside Oscar in the recent episodes, not so much, because Oscar's life is ruined because of Ozpin. Assist. All of your characters in front of this card gets 500 power. Choose one of your remnant characters, and that character gets 1,000 power until end of turn. So, boy, and we got the real Chad. We got one of the real good villains in RWBY. Like, not even like a serious villain, but like just a good one overall. And we got Roman Torchwick. Roman towards a heist. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a remnant character, put it into your hand. Choose one card in your hand and put it into your waiting room. Otherwise, return it to its original place. 2. When this card is put into your waiting room from the stage, you may pay the cost. So it's optional. You can pay the cost or you don't. That means that the effect doesn't go through. If you do, search your deck for up to one remnant character. Reveal it to your opponent, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. The way that he died was the worst way possible. Like, not even haha funny, but just, like, really bad. Oh, we got the Weiss. I actually do like Weiss as a character. She's really nice. See, the first few volumes, I really didn't like her because she was very stuck up. But after volume 3, they really shined on her. I mean, maybe I don't really hate her per se. It's just how her family was brought up in the sense, you know. So we have Weiss Teamwork. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, choose one of your remnant characters, and that character gets X power until end of turn. X is equal to the number of remnant characters you have times 500. Climax combo. When this card attacks, if initiation is in your climax area, choose this card and one of your other characters, and those characters get the following ability until the end of turn, auto. When this card battle opponent becomes back, look at up to 2 cards from the top of your deck, choose up to 2 remnant characters from among them, reveal them to your opponent, put them into your hand, and put the rest into your waiting room. So it's one of those things, if you have initiation in your climax area. Then we have Blake. We're moving on down. We have Blake, Battle Stance. If you have 2 or more other remnant characters, this card gets 3,000 power. And it already has 7,000 power, so that would be 10k. That would be a 10k powerhouse. I always knew that Blake was good. I guess you could say she's silent but deadly. And we got Weiss Battle Stance. There's another uniform that she wears. I think it's from either the volume 6 or 7, or I think it was either volume 3. It was more like a jacket of sorts. It's a different alliterate. It's different than the one that's on the playmat. But I think it's from the recent series, the recent season. I really like it. It's more formal. Weiss Battle Stance. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, this card gets X power until end of turn. X is equal to the number of remnant characters you have times 1,000. Put 2 remnant characters, so the second effect, put 2 remnant characters from your hand into your waiting room. This ability activates up to 1 time per turn. During the turn that this card is placed on the stage from your hand, at the end of the end of this card's attack, you may pay the cost. If you do, I'm guessing that the little card thing, it's basically restand. I'm gonna assume that's what it means. And I'm pretty sure if this is not so, please leave a comment and tell me if that was true or not, because I just collect Weiss Schwartz. I don't really, play the card game. Okay, so next up we have this is a nice one. Assignment of teams. Odds pinned from this day forth, from this day forward, you will work together as Team Juniper. All of your characters get 1,000 power and +1 soul. When this card triggers, you may draw a card. So you get you get 4 of these. Yeah, you get 4 of them. You get 4 climaxes. You get 4 of the sideways cards. It's going to take a while to get used to with the whole ordeal. RWBY. Okay, so we got RWBY running. Actually, let me just put the other cards down. We have RWBY running. At the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, you may pay the cost. If you do, move this card to an open position of your back. It's kind of funny because it's her running, so it makes perfect sense. Put this card into your waiting room. Look at up to 4 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 remnant character from among them. Reveal it to your opponent. Put it into your hand and put the rest into your waiting room. So it's just her retreating. And then just another Yang Enraged, Weiss Battle Stance, and a Blake Bookworm. So that's pretty much the full Ooh, gotta be careful, because my stand might fall over. Anyway, that is the full trial deck. That is the full trial deck of the... wow, okay. This is the full trial deck for the RWBY trial deck. I will try to get one of the booster boxes, because at the shop that I go to in Manhattan has them for like about $70. So I'm gonna try to save up whatever I have and be able to get one. Also, there is something that I wanted to show. There's something that is going to be coming to my channel very soon. And it is... Yep. Final Fantasy TCG is going to be coming to... Final Fantasy TCG is going to be coming to my channel very soon. So, for all you Final Fantasy fans, you're gonna wanna come on and subscribe and all that stuff, because with Final Fantasy we're gonna have one heck of a good time. So that's gonna be the end of the video. If you like what you saw here, please like, comment, and subscribe. Commenting on the videos helps me improve, and liking it also helps me with the channel's how would I say that? The channel's results. Like results in terms of results in terms of getting subscribe, people to subscribe and future projects. So in any case, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.